Hey everyone, welcome to Nick Next Corner. I'm Nick, we're in my corner. Today we're going to talk about Pet Sematary by Stephen King. This book was wonderfully hard-hitting. I loved it. It was fantastic horror book, and I think it is my favorite Stephen King book to date. Subject to change, possibly. I felt a lot of feelings during it. King knows how to build grief and capitalize on it. If you've ever felt the loss of a loved one, this book will be able to hit you and make you feel it. I was definitely hugging my cat and my kids after certain scenes and certain things happening. It was something that just is very thought-provoking on how far you would go in your own grief. I really, really loved it. And I think no one writes grief as good as King can. Also, I would highly recommend, if you are currently going through a loss of a loved one, to not read this book at the moment unless you want to punish yourself or, truly feel those emotions, because he will drudge those emotions up with the way he talks about it, the way you handle grief, with the thoughts you have. And, I'm not going through grief, and I still felt the emotion of some of the things. It was really fantastic because I love when a writer can really get at you in a certain way. It made me emotionally invested into it, and it certainly pulled me in. We follow Lewis and his family as they move into the great country life, and their house is right next to a dangerous road. They're by a local highway where these Krinko trucks, I think they're called, drive by at dangerous speeds. And attached to their house is also a local pet cemetery where the locals bury their pets. They soon find that the country life is very nice and have a great couple who live next door, Judd and Martha, I think it is. And Judd is my favorite Stephen King character to date. I really enjoyed his character throughout this book. He seems like, a grade area man. He is someone who is neither good nor bad. He's just trying to do good by others the best he can, regardless of the situations. Lewis and him quickly become friends, and soon we lose church, and Judd takes Lewis up to the old burial grounds. And from there, we see a descent into madness and a loss of sanity. And we start to see that death is not what it seems, and sometimes death is better. As I said before, this is currently my favorite Stephen King novel, and it just hit me really well. I really connected with it. I never really liked Lewis throughout the entire book, but I still understood where he was coming from as a father, what he was looking at doing and stuff like that. I really connected with Lewis on one level, but at the other level, did not like him as a person. And Judd is just an amazing, sweet character. He's very country old man, and I love that about him. And so this one hit all the right notes, and it's 5 out of 5, and King continues to make me happy and see that he is the king of horror. And not even horror. People paint him as a horror author, but we'll talk about that in another video. If you want a great place to start with Stephen King, I think this book is very good, clocking in at under 400 pages. It's fantastic. It will show you his horror elements and how great he is at writing that. And this is definitely a book I'm going to reread again and again over the years, maybe even once a year, because it's a very fast read and it's a very good book. I want to see more things about it, and You know, like they talk about Wendigos and stuff in this, and I just love that. Wendigo mythos is one of my favorite things. Anyway, guys, thank you for coming to the corner, and have yourselves a wonderful day. See you later.